welcome back to my channel. So I've had many of you guys ask me if I was going to show the new finds that I purchased, if I was going to show them being styled. And the answer to that is no. Just kidding. Of course I had to show you guys how I styled them. We're going to go ahead and start here. This is our arched shelving area, if you will. This is a fairly new area to our home. This used to be a big square opening. I used to have a console table here. I had a set of drawers here, and it constantly changed or evolved over the years. We've been in our home now for about 10 years. And we recently added this shelving area, and I'm happy that I finally have somewhere that I can style. I primarily use this area now to style more of a seasonal decor. I've had fun with it over the past couple months, and now I'm excited to be styling it for the first time for Easter/spring. So as you can see, styling shelves can be fun. It's all trial and error. You kind of just go with what looks good, put things in, take things out, move things around. You know, you kind of just have to have fun with it and be creative. I constantly will set an item down, take a step back, see how it looks. If I don't like it, I'll move it, I'll add it back in. You know, it's all hit and miss. So as you can see, I will set things in, take things out, reset things, and that's just kind of how it goes when you're styling shelves in any way. I do like the end result that it turns out. I do sit with it for a while. I'll walk by this area, and if my eye gravitates to one thing or two things, it's usually because I don't like the placement of it. So far it's been like this for about 2 weeks, and I haven't moved anything, which means that I'm content with it. So just keep watching and you'll see how I start to create a little vignette. So as you can see, I'm not quite finished with the shelves. I was a little eager to get started with the mantle area. I wanted these two places to kind of work with each other. And here you can see I'm using the new stems I found from Target. This little vase is perfect. I love the way the colors coordinate with each other. I like how the tones of pink and the muted colors are kind of pulling from both areas. So I kind of just worked with what I had. Not quite sure what I was going for. I just kind of went with it, and I was pleased with the way it turned out. I did want to mention that I was having a little bit of trouble with these candlesticks. They kept falling over and weren't holding inside the taper holders. So I went ahead and just melted the bottom of the candles and just kind of let them be kind of smushed, if you will, inside the holders, and they've stayed up so far. So if you do have this issue on your own, then definitely just try melting the bottom and it'll hold in place. So I went ahead and moved over to our living room area. I'm just going to be styling the coffee table. As you can see, I'm using the basket that we purchased from Home Goods, and inside of that I've just placed a vintage pot with the Wayfair flowers, and I love the way that looks. I'm also going to use some items that I already have, which are coffee table books. I have many coffee table books that I like to use in my decorating. So here I'm just grabbing different stacks of them, and we'll place them wherever I think that they look okay. And I love to style with books. I think it creates a nice look. I like the way, if you have company over, just having them out. I love when myself, I like to open a book to get inspiration for styling, or they're there for people to open and go through. I like to have little places like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick 2 books inside of the basket as well. And on top of that, I just add a candle and a match cloche. And as you can see, I'm just adding in some coasters. And I kept it fairly simple. I like the simplicity of this look. And as you guys can see, just finishing it off with the candle there, and yeah, I like the way it turned out. So here's a little sneak peek of me starting to style the TV console area. I'm not going to include that in today's video. I'm going to go ahead and make a second video of the other console tables in this living room. I did start to add things up on here, and I've since changed it, so that'll be in a later video, but I guess I just was going with it this day. Usually when I feel creative, I just kind of go with it, as I don't feel creative on a daily basis. So I just went ahead and started it. Again, I don't finish it in this video, so if you're wondering why it's not included, it's because I didn't finish it. So we'll go ahead and show that later. That video will also include a mini home goods haul, as I did find some good finds there when we just stopped by the other day. So stay tuned for another spring styling with me video.